Welcome to Goon Gamer TV review of Overwatch 2 Beta. Now live to play on the Xbox Series X. Welcome back everybody to another review of Goon Gamer TV. I'm your host, of course, Goon Gamer, and what we have here for a special lunch celebration is Overwatch 2 Beta that is available to play on pretty much almost all platforms right now. You haven't got your copy yet? You should. And what I mean by copy is that Blizzard has released a $40 Overwatch 2 beta, and which includes 6 or 7 different skins, 1,000 currency, the battle pass for the first season, and to be able to play Overwatch 2 early. In my time of playing this game so far in the past couple of days since it's been released, I have been playing it quite frequently. As we go through training, I will show you the new characters that we have, along with some changes to certain characters. This right here is Junker Queen. My main characters has been Junkrat and Diva. But with this new tank on the field, it's kind of changed the dynamics of things. Shoot, with the new changes from 6v6 to 5v5, the game has become a less of a headache. Not having to worry about a 6th member on the team that cannot do the jobs or do the performance of each character's ability. And with Junker Queen, her being the new tank, she's actually really good. I like her Kano knife, and she's the type of character that has effects. So they're now introducing a lot of characters with effects to them, which is really good and really different because, you know, we had Zenyatta who has his effects, and we have Ana who has her effects, and a couple of other characters that have their effects. But with Junker Queen, she brings a different dynamic to the field, which I personally like using her right now as my main tank. But of course, there's other tanks to look into, and we all have the same characters that we did in Overwatch 1. Now the new DPS, I cannot say her name, I'm not even gonna cap. Sajin, sound like a Dynasty Warriors name. This character is pretty much the female Soldier 76, along with a Halo plasma rifle sniper. She is really good. She places herself in positions by her slide abilities, and she has a great, like I said, a great assault rifle. Just imagine 2 of these on the field, and you have to be able to angle yourself from the gunfire, because with this 5v5, it really changes the play field of how Overwatch is played. But with the new 2 characters that we have so far, I understand why they didn't release any more characters for the past years. So with the new characters not being released so early, I understand why they kept them for Overwatch 2. With those 2 new characters being in the game, we also have some changes. I do like Orisa's ability to be able to throw spears, deflect, and knock back opponents. More like a crowd control. Shout outs to your Overwatch. I've been watching these guys since Overwatch 1. Since I've been playing Overwatch 1, and these guys have really been on it. But with the Orisa change with no shield, you wonder if it would like affect the way she was played. Honestly, it really doesn't change too much about her besides her not having a shield. I do prefer the spear throw. It's really interesting, and it's very interesting to see her to be able to deflect any kind of attack. Her ult is just a slam gravitation. It's pretty decent. You get the characters weak enough, and then you do that ult, I'm pretty sure it will do significant enough damage. But with her playstyle being different on the field, it's like I said, it changes the game up. And her to be able to throw spears right across the map, it's a lot of headshots, a lot of what can I say, Amazon type of character. I do prefer Orisa for, you know, good tank. Next up we have Bastion. Bastion's change up, it's a little different, very strong, annoying, and a heartache. Him being able to turn to a turn forward and to be able to drive down an alleyway and just mow people down like a Modern Warfare Century turret is really crazy. Him having to be in a stand form shooting formation is changing, and he has sticky grenades launchers too. His ult kind of remind me of Gears of War 3 when you had the grenade launcher and you have to wind it up and drop it. His ult reminds me of that a lot. It seemed like Epic wanted to take a part of Gears of War and like kind of including into him Bastion, which is a very interesting ult and ability. Pretty much artillery strikes. Get everybody in the right angle, drop it at the right time, and you pretty much killed the whole team. So I do like Bastion's rework. Bastion's rework is really nice, very strong, very effective. But the good thing is him being in the turret phone when you come around the corner doesn't apply anymore. Alright, so we checked out a few new changes. A lot of characters have a few new changes, but nothing really too much to mention. Let's get into a few gameplays and really tell you how I felt about Overwatch 2 so far. Well, 1.5, we can call it 1.5. But how I felt about Overwatch 1.5. So, playing Overwatch since day one, the game has been a rocky road for those who've been playing since day one. I myself been playing for day one. I was at the borderline of 3,000 and higher, just at the borderline, and was about to cross the borderline. Let's get it correct. And during that time, I had to deal with a lot of Symmetra attacks, a lot of Torch-worn attacks, and a lot of throwers, and a lot of toxicity. That's when the toxic started, around the time when people didn't get what they want. So in order for them to make themselves feel like shit, they would just pick a character that doesn't apply for the team, and they will just stand there and get killed. That's why I really am happy that Overwatch is going free to play right now, only because it would only make sense with the backlash that it had, coming up to this point, and Big Daddy Jeff not here anymore, but he's in our spirits. The fact that they took away one player off the field is better for the game. Me playing this game for a couple of matches, I've been playing since day one, since the beta been released. Me playing this game day one right now so far, it's less of a headache having to worry about a 6-man on your team that's not doing what they're supposed to do. The other day I was playing with some randos, and one of the randos pointed out the fact that we can now classify who is not doing their job. And with 5 of us on the field, it's really easy. I played Open Queue, which I prefer Open Queue. The reason why I prefer Open Queue is you can be whoever you want to be. I mean, the main thing is that you have a healer. I was the type of person that still played Overwatch 1, and I would always constantly get healing. And if I'm the only one healing and no one else is healing, I won't heal. But in this Overwatch, you really just need one healer. Pretty much the rest of the characters, it really is a team organization game still. It's still based on a team meta. Everyone has to work together, and everyone has to put in forth if they want to win. Now the game types is very different. There's one game mode I like, where you push the payload farthest to the end of your checkpoint towards the end game. But if you do not get your point down there all the way, the enemy team can use the payload master pusher. The enemy team can use the payload pusher to push theirs all the way to the end. So essentially the game is still going on as long as it can until the time runs out. I do like the mode. The map is different. Some maps are different. I believe I played all new maps so far. All of them are different. Of course we got the same ones, but all the same ones and all the characters, everything just looks so polished. It looks polished and clean. But in this Overwatch 2, well 1.5 until 2 drops, in Overwatch 1.5 we have to look at certain things. Some of the characters and some of the abilities and some of the alts will have to be changed. Of course this is not its final product right now because they're seeing what everyone thinks, but The game is good so far. I have no disappointments right now. Like I said, I've been playing open queue. Of course, you run into a few people who don't want to do healing. That's fine. Zenyatta's strongest healer, of course, so far. So I don't mind healing. But then there's road queue. And road queue, I thought it was different. I thought it was 3 DPS, 1 tank, and 2 healers. 3, 4, 5. My numbers. Wait, 3, 4, 5. My numbers are off. It's 2 healers, 2 DPS, and 1 tank. Again, there's no changes in Overwatch besides getting your job done, playing your character, and moving on to the next. There's nothing to it. I do like the fact that if everyone knows how Overwatch is, everyone should know how to play it. Matter of fact, last night, one of the things you got to worry about. Last night, I'm trying to break the generation curse. The generation curse of Overwatch, where no one wants to use their mic because of how toxic everything was. So yesterday, I decided to use my mic, and it was a little kid, 14 years old. All right, I'm sitting there playing, and they were like, "Oh, is this a new game?" And I'm like, "Pretty much, yeah. Overwatch 2 is about to drop." And he was like, "I never played 1." I said, "What?" He said, "I never played Overwatch 1. I only got this because it was $40 and I thought it was a new game." So you're gonna run into a lot of players, new players, who think that this is a new game that just came out and it's not. So be ready for that and be mindful. We got to make sure that we start the community off the right way and, not be as toxic, because we're going to run into toxic people yearly around. So I try to break the generation curse of Overwatch on using my mic, communicating more with the team. And right here's an example of me getting jumped by 2 people. Again, here's another example. Me thinking I'm strong enough to take on 2, but you're not. You got to make sure that you stay with someone around your team or all together. It will only benefit the team if everyone's together and everyone is trying to complete the goal of the task to be the winner. Overwatch 2 really is, Overwatch 1.5 is really good, and I'm really glad they're making it free to play. It makes like I said, it makes it less headache to have to deal with the 6-man, and it makes it easier for everyone to communicate. With that being said about Overwatch 1.5, I cannot wait for the release date to drop in October. I'm really going to be grinding on it. I'm trying to make sure I know every character. I appreciate y'all checking out the video and checking out the links. I hope you guys have a good 4th of July, and hope y'all having a good weekend. Please make sure you like, subscribe if you can. I will be making more updates on videos. Shout out to y'all. Goon Gamer. Gang. Gang, gang, gang.